What would you describe as God's love to you?
Very good question.
And its purpose. If love had an intentional purpose in your life, what is that?
Freedom.
Wow.
So for the reason I keep talking about God's love, because it gives me freedom. And you know what the kind of freedom is? Freedom to lose everything, freedom to learn, freedom to be angry with God, freedom to have a conversation with God, freedom to be, freedom to make mistakes. So first, I'll use what everyone says. Don't give up. Don't give up. The story is just starting to write itself. When all hope is gone, that's when God shows up. I can tell you for sure, it took me almost 5 years to see myself. I did not understand who I was for a very long time. I feel like some of us, we don't have this space like other people, and I don't know if it's every entrepreneur. I will speak about myself. I don't feel like God has ever told me or has ever given me a space to just do things easy. I've always found myself always immersed in things like just go figure out as you go.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Beautifully Wired podcast. My name is Sylvain Jockey, your host, and I'm very excited to have you, because we appreciate all of you. Thank you for coming back. And for those who are viewing us for the very first time, karibu sana, welcome. So, because I got you guys, today we have the incredible Anne Muya with us. And fun fact about her, before we get into talking about today and we're going to dive into today. Fun fact is that I want to say like 4 years back, we were in a fellowship somewhere, in a kitchen, in a friend's house, more like a mentor's house. And when we were there, I told her, one day I'll have a podcast and you'll be among the very first people that I interview. And I don't know whether she took me seriously back there. Apparently not. Wonderful. But here I am, and here we are. And both of us are fulfilling something that was once spoken. And that's the power of words. So whatever we say with our words, we actually create. And this is a moment that I created 3 years back. So yeah. So Anne, welcome to our podcast.
Thank you.
We're so happy to have you here.
Yes, thank you for the invite.
Karibu sana.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot to mention a very important part, that she is the managing director and founder of V-Light Solutions, which is a construction company. Are you focused only in Kenya, by the way, or you do out of Kenya too?
So far, yes.
Okay.
But we have I'll say 90% of our clientele is international. It's clients living in abroad, but they're Kenyans, yes.
Okay. Yeah. So technically that makes it an international organization. Yeah.
Yes, you can say that.
Exactly. So you can imagine this incredible woman is the founder and the managing director of an international construction company that focuses on external and internal design. Yeah. So Anne, before we get into the how are you today, the what's good today, and we dive into all the wisdom that the Lord has given you that we're going to be tapping into today, I have a few things I want you to comment on. So again, first thing that comes to mind, no right or wrong answer. Okay?
No.
Okay, so the first one is success is a terrible master, but an excellent servant.
Say that again.
Okay, so success is a terrible master, but an excellent servant.
It's true. Excellent master. We all strive to be successful.
Right.
But sometimes we don't understand the price we have to pay to be successful. Some it will be you sell a part of yourself, the time, friends, to be where you need to be. Yes. And the part was?
And then it's a terrible master, but an excellent servant.
Yes. So now when you master, after you've gone through the pain, you've paid your part, then now the controlling of that becomes easier.
Yeah.
Yes. Now is knowing yourself, structuring your business, and knowing how to manage yourself around success.
Wow.
Yes.
And so at that point, so from what I'm understanding, it's not a pick or choose. It's that it's a process.
Yes.
Sometimes it feels like it can master you in a way, but then you grow and you create structures in it. And then it comes to a point where it actually serves you as opposed to
100%.
mastering your life.
Yes, yes. But when you're starting, it usually feels like it's mastering you. Yes, you're always learning. You think you have figured something out, then something else happens and you're like, I got nothing figured out yet. Yeah, all the time.
Would you say you're there already where you feel like
I'm not where I was, but not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet, yeah.
So in that
I still have
spectrum, where are you in that spectrum?
I will say I am falling on the mastery part. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but I'm still figuring out the system parts.
Got
yes,
you.
but on the
Got
mastery.
you.
I've
The
already done my
mastery.
10,000 hours.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So the second one is many people spend their lives becoming impressive instead of becoming themselves.
Oh, Nairobi, yes. But where are we not always trying to be someone else? You enter any room, you're a different person. Until the time now you understand who you are, then you can become yourself. Yes. For a very long time, every room I got in, I was a different person.
Wow.
I was a different and I spoke different. But now I feel like I'm comfortable being myself.
So there's a bit of a constant consistency.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, now there is. But before,
Yeah. What happened?
I am who you want me to be at that time. Yes, because you haven't mastered what you want. You go to a space, the clients need something there. There's a way you have to deal with them. You have to set yourself. You don't want to lose a client, so you become something you're not. But now when the fear of not losing clients or figuring your price point also helps you being around or being yourself. Yeah, because I don't want to be someone after I've already spent so much time building what I've built, and then now again I have to be someone else. No,
no, it's not a cost you're willing to pay.
No, not anymore.
Wow, but it comes with. Would you say that comes with self-awareness?
It is.
Yeah. Okay.
Also understanding yourself in the market, it really helps.
Right.
Yeah, and also doing your what's it called, self-awareness process. Yeah, because as an entrepreneur, you also have to go through what's it called, like the process of understanding yourself in that space. And once you know who you are, then it's very easy to be comfortable in rooms now. Yeah. But before you were whoever they need you to be.
Yeah.
Yes,
you morph for the moment.
Yes.
Okay, got you. Actually, that one I want to come back to it from a point of something we were talking about earlier about being so aware of self to the point where, I'm sure I'm paraphrasing, to the point where you're serving self as opposed to serving. Of course, you're cognizant of whatever is happening around you, but you also are serving you. Because many times we tend to serve everybody, but we neglect ourselves. Yeah, but anyways, we'll dive into that probably later. The next one is not everyone deserves access to every version of you.
100%.
Okay.
100%. There are parts of you that you really have to keep for certain people. Like, I feel like when starting in the business and being a woman, there are parts of me that I didn't know they were precious for me to keep.
Wow.
And to guard heavily. That's my mental space, my boundaries. Yes. But now I realize that, yes. But again, you learn this as you grow. It's not like you will understand this when you're 18. But as you grow, you start realizing these spaces don't work for me. Right. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I love that. Okay, now we go to the questions. Very brief ones, actually, because I really wanted us to dive. These are just statements. Now we're going to the
wow.
question.
Okay.
Only two, actually. The first one is one belief you've outgrown. What is that? A belief that you've outgrown.
I believe that I'm outgrown.
Mm-hmm.
Oof, that's a good question.
Yeah.
That I have to fit
Mm.
space everywhere.
Right.
That's a belief I had to outgrow.
Mm-hmm.
And also realizing that I have to allow myself not to be loved by everyone or being understood by everyone. Like it's okay to be misunderstood and being comfortable. I don't have to pacify people being comfortable, being uncomfortable. Yeah, it's fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so good. You don't have to pacify people being uncomfortable.
Yeah. And being comfortable then uncomfortable.
Being comfortable
In uncomfortable spaces.
in uncomfortable places. So it's okay sometimes for people to be uncomfortable,
Yeah.
and you allow them to be.
Yeah.
But before you'd easily rescue the
I will feel-
situation,
yeah.
quote unquote rescue.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's good. That's good. Okay, the last one. What's underrated? Can be anything.
Hobbies.
That's a good one.
Hobbies.
That's a good one.
Yes,
What
we
are
really-
yours?
I enjoy traveling.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when we were 18, 19, we all wrote in our CVs, we like to travel, we are adventurers. I like to travel, but it's soft travel.
What is soft travel?
I don't like to, you know how you go for vacation and you're actively doing things?
Yeah.
I like to sleep when I go on vacation. If it's a brisk walk and stuff like that.
You want to rest.
I really want to rest when I'm on holiday. I don't want, that's not the time I want to start traveling or going further than where I am sleeping. Or sometimes I've gone to the beach. I've gone to Mombasa and not stepped on the beach, but I'm really meters away from the beach.
You can admire it.
Yeah, from
your
afar.
room.
And not just go to the beach. I just want to rest.
That is so interesting because I never understand going on vacations that tire you.
Yeah.
Like I understand the component of excursions and exploration,
Yeah.
but to a point where you are literally tired, I never get that.
Yes, and the other one
Probably works for other people.
singing.
Oh,
I sing. I have concerts in the car when I'm driving.
I didn't know you sang.
Oh yes, I do.
Yeah.
But not where everyone else can see me. It's really, really in my safe spaces that I sing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
You find singing therapeutic.
Very, very. I feel like I'm floating when I sing. Yeah. It's a stress reliever as well. Yeah. So when I don't sing, I know something is wrong. Yes.
Interesting. Interesting. I think my equal of that would be driving. I find driving therapeutical.
Interesting.
Especially when I'm stressed out. Yeah, and probably I'll not be singing, but I'll be listening to the music. But I love that. Okay, now this is finish this sentence. Life becomes better when?
Life becomes better when you have joy. When you have joy, it's not just happy. It's internal joy.
What's the difference?
There's that space of feeling that you're happy, but it can be short-lived. But when you have joy, it's really, really internal. It's very deep for me because I have lost joy at a moment in my life. And discovering that I can't be happy around people, because you can be around people, you're happy, you're laughing, but a second you just miss yourself and you're like, am I really feeling the laughter? Or am I actually joyful from inside?
Right.
Yeah. And you realize, so joy is very important to me.
And guarding it. Yeah, guarding the joy.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's good. That's good. Okay, so now we dive into what really, quote unquote, triggered me to say, hey, I'd love to have you.
I'm still waiting to know.
I know. But I remember that day when we were in that kitchen. I remember, sausages were being cooked, and I don't remember exactly how we got into it, but we got into talking about entrepreneurship. And you said something in the lines of you had started something, then it crumbled, And for a season, it was hard. And then you jumped in and had hope and faith again to build again. So I want you to please walk us through that journey of what you had built and then it fell, if you're comfortable, of course, sharing.
Yeah.
And then what happened in the in-between and define that in-between and how you navigated the in-between. And then after that, how now you hoped again and started again and built again.
Okay. So I've always been very entrepreneurial. And for so many years, I have done everything. Think any business. I have sold meat. I have had a place to sell fries. I had a small cafe. I have really done everything. I don't even want to delve into so much. But now there's a time came when I got into the financial world. And I started a business with friends, with one friend, then other people joined us. And then along the way, the business just didn't work out. And we lost quite a lot of money, a lot of money. So navigating that was very difficult. And because it felt like I lost a baby, because I was there during the whole process of building, spending the money, just navigating, bringing up a business. Anyone who is an entrepreneur really gets what it means to put your heart and soul in something. And it was beautiful. It grew. You could see a baby walking and all these things. Then all of a sudden, silence. Business is gone. I don't know what to do. And I feel like I had also put my life this is the thing. I never thought that I'll ever start again. So that loss was so huge. And I went through a lot. Police, things I never thought I'll ever deal with.
I can imagine you doing
all the time. Who told me to be ambitious? I've just been a housewife.
Right.
Everything is provided. Right. And I don't think that would have ever been a problem. But I kept on feeling like I really should too much. And I started blaming myself. I felt like I'm not good enough for business. And so I went through depression and a lot of anxiety. And so even believing that I can ever start another business, that was unheard. It was not something I ever thought I'll ever do again. However, navigating that and seeing your kids and realizing that you had dreams about these children and also even the ambitions you have for yourself and also God and a lot of therapy, I was able to start building. But one thing I also mentioned, it's the people you keep around you during loss is very important. Okay. Is what they speak to you or how they speak to you, because that part was very painful. I don't know how else I can explain it, because the banks that were your friends once, and they were sending very beautiful women and men to come to your office to talk to you.
Now
they're nowhere to be found. Oh, and you have to navigate finding yourself in that space again and feeling that loss of now I can't go to spaces I wanted to go to, the judgment that comes with your friends, and even sometimes your family, and also even your dreams. You feel like I am not amounting to anything, or I have lost everything. That was, for me, the toughest. And then also how you change your lifestyle. Right. That is something. Because now you have to get your children from very nice schools, and now you have to navigate what school are you taking them. You don't even have the money to even take them. For me, that loss was deafening. I feel like madness would have been easier to deal with that. At some point, I was even admiring the guys who walk on the road mad, because I felt like there was no one was expecting anything from them. It was better to be there than where I was with all the responsibility. Because again, this is not my money. These are clients who these are clients' money.
Wow, there's that part.
Exactly, and you had to navigate talking to them, understanding that also where their money has come from, because I'm a very relational person. And in that business, I knew every single client. So every call for me was a reminder I failed someone. And that now started feeling like I'm a fraud.
Right.
And navigating that took a very long time.
So there's internal
Yeah.
and external conflict
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
In the sense of internally, as you said, you are going through, self-condemning. You're going through, I probably wasn't qualified for this, not good enough. And then externally, there is people you have to answer to.
Yeah.
And and the responsibility on your shoulders, and that you even have children looking up to you. And wow, that must have been so overwhelming, to say the least.
It was.
Right.
It was. At that time, even feeling the sun was very up there, but I always felt cold. I could tell even my eyes were gray. Like it was something I wouldn't wish on anyone. Yes. However, I decided now not to hide and face it. And that was very also instrumental in now the healing part. And the healing also started with, again, people who surrounded me. They really held me up. And although it's something I would really advise people, whenever you're going through things like this, please speak. Because shame is something that really takes a lot from me. And for me, I had so much shame that I didn't even share with my immediate family. That's my significant other, my parents. I didn't speak to anyone. They just saw something is not working and they could tell, hey, Anne is not behaving as Anne. And now that's when they sat me down. And also in the industry in itself, I would have spoken to people who have been mentors, but I felt shame. And that shame, if I had dealt with it and talked to someone, we would have dealt with that issue so fast and we will have closed on that very early. But it took me 2 years to talk about it. Shame is something that I preach. Please deal with shame, because it is a stealer of joy. It is a stealer of space. And also it takes away, what's it called, relationships. Because now when people come and ask you questions, and because you have shame, I go on defense. Like, why not going to the office? Shame. Oh, I saw like there were auctioneers in your office. Shame. Oh, we're going on holiday. Are you coming with us? I can't afford it. Shame. But you see, for them, they were not asking me questions to accuse me of anything. But I was ashamed of the space I'm in, that I wasn't able to talk about it openly. And so I lost friends, very, very important friends in my life, just because I felt like they did not understand me, yet I wasn't speaking out. I thought they should have seen me. They should have helped me. The should haves don't help. Just speak out. Solutions are in people. Yeah.
That's a good one. Solutions are in people.
Yeah.
Do you have, I'm sure, like, as you say, like there are multiple people you spoke with, but do you remember a particular conversation that was definitely the kicker?
Yes.
And that inflated you with the confidence and hope and restored hope in you?
I think one day I went to a space, I can't remember how I got there. And I had someone talk about their loss story. And they had lost also a lot of money. And I felt like, and it was a gentleman. As a woman, I didn't feel like I have words to explain. And there's a reason why I'm saying as a woman, I didn't have words. But when he was speaking, I felt like everything he was talking about, I could relate. And after the whole conversation was done and people left, I didn't know him from anywhere, really. I just approached him and he gave me an hour of his time and we sat down and he really spoke to me. And he told me this is not the end. And he told me, if you want to be a millionaire or a billionaire, this is a story that is very common. So don't hide. And he took me into spaces. Later on, we became friends and he took me into spaces where I would speak openly and not feel judged. And that really kicked the healing part.
Right.
Yes, yes.
So would you say that how you fight shame is by speaking?
Yes.
And is there anything else other than speaking that can help with shame?
I think number one is just speaking and being the loudest at speaking. And the other thing, I think also therapy for me helped.
Yeah.
It really, really helped, because as much as we're saying speak, that shame also doesn't just leave, So get the courage to speak, but also seek help. Get professional help. Surround yourself with lawyers, surround yourself with mentors, because also I lacked mentorship at that time. And also because it protects, there's something it protects, that someone who you don't feel like he's a peer, but they have knowledge that really will help you and they will guide you. So you can still be in your shame era, but there's someone who is directing that. Yeah. So
it's almost like a cushioning. I feel like people don't appreciate mentorship enough, because literally you get cushioned. It doesn't make it, I was about to say it doesn't make it easier. It makes it easier. It doesn't remove the circumstance. However, though, it makes it easier from a component of your heart.
yeah.
And you get a sense of direction.
Yes.
Right.
And they know you. They know your weakness. They know what ticks for you. So they can even come and tell you, you know what, I know this is something you're struggling with. I'll handle this for you. Because there's some doors that they can open, or some windows. That for them it's just a call away. But for me, I have to really, really work hard to open that door. So the mentorship part is very, very important.
I agree. I agree. And would you say shame is stubborn? In the sense of its exit, like it creeps in super fast.
Yes.
Not even creeping in. It knocks the door down.
You don't even know when it comes in.
But then now the intentionality. So I guess from what I'm hearing you say, it's continuously speaking up, continuously choosing joy, and protecting it.
So hard to find joy at that time, but okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, as you said, perfectly said, mentorship.
Yes.
Okay. And then now that takes us to, so you said that was a 2-year journey of quote unquote, the valley.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
Not handling it.
Not handling it, 2 years. Oh man, that must have been so hard, because that literally changes the way you see life, the way you see self, the way you even move.
Yeah.
So now it's literally rewiring
yourself completely.
That's incredible.
I can tell you for sure, it took me almost 5 years to see myself. I did not understand who I was for a very long time. My memory was not there. But at some point, you have to wear big girl's pad.
Yeah.
Or dressy dress.
Yes.
Yes.
Any will do. Yeah.
Where you have to now say, okay, Sawa, we have cried.
Yeah.
We are dealing with shame, because that one took time. And I can see I'm working on it. So now how do I deal with this new person who I don't understand? And now the people around me and it's my accountant. I think the call came from I had an accountant in that business, and he called me, and we had not talked like for a year, because everyone else in that office really went through something. It wasn't just me. I wouldn't say it's just me. So even the accountant really went through something. And one day he calls me, and he had moved on with his life. He's doing his business and all that. And he called me and he told me, and I know you are my employer, but I feel like we are also friends. And if you don't wake up and do something, I don't feel like my life will ever, amount to something. Like, you really need to wake up, because my blessing is still on you. And so let's do something. And I was quite confused, because I didn't know what he meant. I was still reeling in my pain and trying to understand, like, what do you mean? Like, there's no way I'm ever going to work. And he told me, no, I know you. I know the anointing that is on your head right now. So what you do, let's start a company, or start a company. Just leave it there. And I didn't have a name for it. And he told me, every time when we talk, there's a way you talk about vision and the ideas popping in your head and stuff like that. So let's look for a name around it. I promise you, the name that is the business, Villite, came from him.
Wow.
It's not for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he helped come up with the name.
Yeah.
He went ahead, paid for the registration of the name. We got the name. Then Villa came to life. Yes.
At that time, did you know what it's gonna do? Do you have an idea?
No. I didn't know. As again, he's the one who called and told me, I know down the road a business will start. So we'd rather have a name and just leave it there. That's why it did not have like, like a specific undertaking of what the business is. That's why the business is V-Light. So it's vision and light.
Wow.
So it has nothing to do with anything. So if I decided to sell shoes, it can sell shoes. If I decided to start art, it can sell art. So it just became a company. And from there, still the idea wasn't there at all. However, my parents were in construction.
Yeah.
And so one day, again, because of my circles, I was invited in a meeting, and the conversation was around that. And it was based on the kitchens, I think, it was around kitchen. And it was very exciting. And so I said, let me immerse myself in this. And again, took time for me to learn. I took some courses, I got certified. And so the first project we ever did in V-Light was building a kitchen.
Wow.
Yeah. Was it easy? No. I was learning the hard way. I feel like some of us, we don't have this space like other people. And I don't know if it's every entrepreneur. I will speak about myself. I don't feel like God has ever told me or has ever given me a space to just do things easy. I've always found myself always immersed in things, like just go figure out as you go.
Right.
Yeah, so I figured it out as I went. So I don't know where to get fundis. I went, sat down with the client. I sold the idea of the kitchen. The client was happy. Then they sent me the first 70% deposit. Then I went home and cried.
What do you mean cried?
I felt like a fraud.
Oh,
like, how do I convince someone
what?
to give me money?
And down is 70%.
Yes. And I couldn't leave my bed for 2 days.
No.
Yeah, I could not.
But why? You just got back in the game.
Because there is an undertaking about a human being. So we will talk about everything and anything, and there's mentorship, and then there's self. What does self do around this area? What is self feeling around that topic? And yes, I was happy. I was like, God is assuring me, and but now there's self. So how do I deal with someone else trusting me? Because trust was too expensive for me.
Oh.
Yeah. So I went, sat down for 2 days.
Yeah.
Then, because whenever a project is starting, they always say, give us 1 week so that we can, calibrate everything. We put a team together, then we come on site.
Wow.
Then we went and worked on the kitchen. And the client was very happy.
Yay!
But I was anxious the whole time. My shoulders could not come down the whole time. I could not sleep the whole time until we finished. And when we were done and the client paid the last 30%, I did not find joy. I thought I will find joy like, it's done. And yeah. It's like every time I was being assured that I can do it, my mind, my brain was not catching up to, we are doing this, it's okay. And, but it took, I will say, one client who could see through me. Yeah. And they gave me a job. And after I did the first job, then they asked me, so have you ever done painting? And I was like, no, I've never done painting. I was like, you know what? I like how you handle your people. I like how you communicate with them, how you communicate with me. And so, get people to come and paint. You manage them. I'll pay you to do it. And I'm like, wait, but I don't know how to. Right. And so they don't know. So he literally took me through that whole process. And he told and I asked him, so you pay me to do this? I didn't know project management was, something that people are paid for. Yeah. And especially in that, in this business, of course, in construction, because I was just in kitchen. So I sat down, I looked for guys online. I found a company that does that. We sat, we discussed, I went sat with the client. And they said, okay, so if this is what they're asking for, this is how much I'll pay you. And I was so nervous.
Topped up.
Yeah, he did.
Of course,
But I was so nervous because I don't know, will they do the job?
Right.
And so again, what was I doing? I was going to the site every single day. And then one day he comes and asks me, Anne, you're going to cost me so much money if you're coming here every day. I did not understand again what he's telling me. So what did he do? He went again, sat down, and he told me, so you've been coming here for 2 weeks. And for attendance, I didn't know what that was. I'll pay you a certain amount of money. And he paid. I was shocked, but now it taught me something that I have to go and do more research on this. What is this project management? What is this? I'm making extra money just by. And so I went back to school, learned project management. Then, we became what it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
So quick question. So how did you get your very first client, that one who paid 70%? Knowing that you had never been in this field, and as much as your family was doing it, it had nothing, you had never done it.
Yes.
How did you win that first client?
It was, you remember the person who I saw somewhere, or I was in a room and they were talking about their loss?
Yeah.
That was the first person.
Come on.
Yeah, it wasn't his house, but he recommended me to someone. Wow. And he was very honest. So it also helped with the anxiety of telling the client that I'm don't ask me for photos of what work I have done.
Because I'm not done.
Because I've never done any. But they trusted. But I also think honesty, sometimes when you're honest, people can see through it. Right. And so they trusted in it.
Wow. Yeah. That's so beautiful. And so, and another question is, why kitchens?
I'll not tell you there's any specific thing. I was just making sure that my kids don't sleep hungry. I don't think
that's enough.
Maybe the entrepreneurs who have, a plan, and for me, it wasn't that. I had already done that before. With the first business, there was a business plan, there was a model, there was systems, we had in HR, we have all these things were working. But with this business, it wasn't like that. It didn't start with the plan. It didn't start with, there was no plan that, I didn't even know it would last more than a year. For me, I was just working today to make sure I feed my kids. There was no plan after that. Okay, so it was just the assurance of I've done one job, and then another came, and then another came, and then the confidence started growing in the business. Yes.
It was mostly referrals.
Yes.
Because you're doing an excellent job. So,
never gotten a job through social media.
What?
Never. It has always been 100% referrals.
That's incredible. That's incredible. All right. And so now you enter into this season of, you've dived into a new thing. And what I love is that you not only went in blindly, of course you acknowledge that you didn't have the experience, but then you went and studied.
Yes.
To get good at it. So I'm feeling like there's a component of excellence, and connecting it back to what you had considered a failure in your previous business, which could have been a stepping stone from a perspective of learning. And it's so interesting because you're saying that one had so much structure, but then it ended the way it did. This one felt very, I don't even want to say organic. It felt like a beautiful accident. A beautiful.
It is I like that. I like that.
You like that?
Beautiful accident.
Yeah, like a beautiful accident that you dared to invest in.
Yes.
And it paid off.
It did. It did.
So I guess I would want you to maybe talk to someone who is feeling that I've reached my end, literally. I can see beyond now. I cannot see 30 minutes from now. I cannot see tomorrow. Of course, using the reference point of that time, you're saying that literally even when the sun was out, you'd feel cold. Using that as a reference point, there's someone who's there. What would you say to that person right now?
So first, I'll use what everyone says. Don't give up. Don't give up. The story is just starting to write itself. Because when everything, when all hope is gone, that's when God shows up. But he doesn't show up the way sometimes I think we have a magician thinking around how God works. And I feel like his working in my life was through love. And I feel like love is what is holding you right now in that feeling of everything is like, I don't even know the next 2 minutes of my life. Just hold on. And when things start to change, or if they don't even change, just show up. Show up in that job that you feel like it's not materializing to anything. Learn things from it. Keep on learning, because through pain, there's a lot of lessons. And it doesn't look like that at that point. Because even with all that I've gone through, I wouldn't take it back. I know it was really, really bad, but it has helped me understand human beings. It has made me understand business. The lessons were so much that if I sat down in a space where we are talking with other entrepreneurs, which I do, I feel like there's something that has taught me above most people. And it's the issue of money, understanding money, how money works, how money moves, that structures of business and all that. I will never have learned that from anyone else. So if you're feeling like you're at the end, just look back and ask yourself, like, what is the lesson that I have to learn from this? And how is God working in this space? And you will definitely realize when you start getting out of it that, oh, there's somewhere I was stuck and there's a lesson coming out of it. And what is that lesson? Like, oh, am I finding God through love? Is he a provider for me? Is he a healer for me? Because now I found God in all those spaces, healing because of how my mental space was. But above all, it was love. So once I started understanding God from a point of love, I realized he was there with me all the time. All the time. I just didn't feel him because I thought there was a certain way I expect him to come and save me. And again, he's not Superman. He's greater, way greater. So he was holding me down. He was holding me down. But now I had to learn how to see him differently. I was angry and I was angry at him, but he was okay with it. I did not have to condemn myself. He can handle my anger. I just didn't know that that it's allowed for me. Religion doesn't teach me that.
Right. Talk about that, please. Go a little further with that, right? Because
religion was teaching me that I don't have to ask God questions. Why are you angry? We have to pray. We have to, and I'm not saying there's no power in prayer. I'm just saying sometimes it's also good to listen. When you're going through these things, God sometimes just wants us to shut up and listen. So do we have that space to just listen?
Right.
Yes, and it's okay to sit down. Sometimes that is the space we call, you see, when we say peace beyond all understanding, is it? That is peace. We just don't know it is space because we think we need to have we need to be bankable. That's we have money in the bank. That's peace. We need to have school fees for our kids. That's peace. We need to have a roof over our head. That's peace. I feel like you have to learn how to be yourself without these things around. Because the reason why we feel like we've come to that end is because we feel like we don't have anything. We don't have anything to show for it. But now, what if all these things were stripped completely? Will you still be Sylvia? Will I still be Anne? And it taught me that I struggle to see myself beyond that car I drive, beyond that house I want to build, beyond, So all these things were really, and I'm not saying don't get them. Please be ambitious, get everything you need. But if these things were stripped from you, so how do you deal with yourself?
Exactly.
So don't give up.
Show up scared. Show up scared. I love that. Okay. And I'm trying to find a way to frame what you've said, because this is the second time I'm hearing you talk about God's love. Earlier when we were talking, and then now. What is your understanding of God's love after going through everything you've gone through and maturing and even coming to this stage? What would you describe as God's love to you?
Very good question.
And its purpose. If love had an intentional purpose in your life, what is that?
Freedom.
Wow.
So for the reason I keep talking about God's love, because it gives me freedom. And you know what the kind of freedom is? Freedom to lose everything, freedom to learn, freedom to be angry with God, freedom to have a conversation with God, freedom to be, freedom to make mistakes. Yeah. The condemnation that we have around living is too much for the freedom that God has given us. So how do we live caged and you have that freedom? I'll tell you a small story about freedom around loss.
Yes, please.
So when I was in my loss space, I was told so many things. Oh, maybe someone looked at you with evil eyes. Siji, there's a pastor who prays for people and all these things.
Oh, God.
And
yeah.
I will not say at that time I knew God or I understood him. The only thing that is my carnal mind that kept on asking me, like, hey, but when I was achieving these things, I don't remember any time I ever felt like someone looked at me with eyes and I started making back.
Right.
You get, I never felt like, oh, I went to a pastor who put their hands on me for this lack or this, you get. So that was very confusing for me. And so when I was trying to think, time was still going. And then now I started understanding that even when I couldn't pray, God was loving on me. And so if that is the case, then why am I working so hard? Why am I working so hard to tell God that this is what I need for my life? I discovered with the freedom and the love that all these things are mine. And he's told us that so many times. Like, you possess, these are your possession. But now the relationship I have with God is what I had to work on, because you work on a relationship with a friend. You're my friend. So I need to work on you. I have to come see you, know how you're going about your things. And so when I started understanding God from that and not God like that and not from a magician space, it became easy.
Right.
It became easy to be free.
Wow, that is so good.
Yeah.
And I think many times we've misunderstood him from a point, and unfortunately, God is love, but we relate with him from a point of fear. And when I'm talking about fear, I'm not talking about reverential fear. I'm talking about, I don't want to do anything that's going to upset you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
And then
100%.
from the condemnation,
Yes.
and we're talking about like the religious part of condemning, and that doesn't help either. And so I love what you say, that love for you means freedom.
Yes.
You are allowed to, oh my God, I need to process that. The whole of today, that's all I'm going to process on.
You're allowed to just be.
You're
and
allowed
it's okay.
to just be.
Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I feel like because I know I'd want to have you back for something totally different, I'll have to talk you to agree to do, because I know that topic will be, I'll have to really talk to you nicely to accept to talk on that. But I feel like from an entrepreneurial perspective, I feel like we've covered what I wanted to cover. Apart from one thing though, before we wind up, I want to talk about hope. Is it, so you hoped again, you encouraged and then you hoped again. Is it possible to hope in the wrong thing?
Yes.
And hope in the wrong direction?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So the answer is yes. So how do you diagnose that and know that, I'm heading in the wrong direction, even though I'm applying hope in it? Okay.
So hope is a very dangerous thing to have, because
it's addictive.
It's free.
Yeah.
And so and the reason I say it's dangerous, because it means believing. And believing is so hard. But now when your belief is not guided, and that's what I'm saying, you have to have people who see you and know you, and they know, by the way, Anne, you're unapanga on this other side, you can be a bit much on this side. So that hope needs to be guided. This is the time now you should talk to God and also allow people who know you to guide that hope. Because I won't say that even with my hope that there wasn't a time when I was like, okay, I know I believe, but am I really headed where I need to go? And because of mentors around me, they really guided me and they were able to take me back to what I needed to the path that I needed to follow. Yes. However, again, the freedom is being able to even have that hope that is
exactly
taking you wherever it's
detouring and everything.
Yeah, because even they say a broken clock is also right twice.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Have the freedom to just hope.
Yeah.
But now allow people to guide you. At that time, don't be the guy, like don't be the one sitting on that seat. Allow other people to guide.
Got you. All right, that comes to the end of my mini inquiries. Unless you have anything in your heart that you feel you want to, say or share or convey, I think I'm done on my part.
Okay. Then maybe I can talk about my business a bit.
Yes, please. Yes.
So, so the business, as you had, is Relight Solutions, and we, when we started, again, we started in kitchen, and now we went to paint, but now we do more than just that. So we are like a one-stop solution for any construction business you have. That's from the architectural drawing all the way to now build. We started build. We have some projects on build. If you want a visit or you have just an idea, you want to do anything in construction, get to us. I think Sylvia you'll get our contact.
Yeah, we'll put in the contact in the description below.
Yes. Talk to us. Even if it's something you're thinking of starting doing in 2 years, 3 years, I always really, really like to discuss with people who have it as a vision even before they bring it to life. So talk to us. Let's sit down. Let's understand where you want to build your home. Let's understand the thinking about around building. Are you building because your friends are building? Are you building because you feel like it's an age thing? Because building is motivated differently. And then, let's sit down, let's discuss, let's get the business. We love to make money.
Indeed.
And also bring your vision to life, for sure. Yes.
That's awesome. That's really awesome. And for people out there who are very passionate about interior design like myself, I know there's the component of exploration, but do not neglect professional advice and counsel and just incorporation. And the good thing with a company like Relight is that they don't work in isolation from you. You collaborate. So it's still going to have your personality, your character, your vision, but then with that help of that professional and just equipped help. So thank you so much, everybody. That was so much fun. And I'm looking forward to us, hanging out again and talking on all these wonderful topics that we're covering. Currently in a season of entrepreneurship, business, and just building Africa, because we got to do it. It's our time. Our generation has to arise and fulfill that purpose. So thank you. Peace out.